Previously on solo farming in the tower, our hero shattered the tower's cursed floors, escaped the system's deadly gauntlet, and faced a legion of shadow beasts, while the true nightmare looms. And now, the story continues. The tower crumbled, yet my fields still clawed at thin air. Blue moon tomatoes exploded in crimson, shattering the tower's fragile sanity. Sujuin sweeps the courtyard, his gaze locking onto Aileen, searching for the ninth harvest's omen. He craves a clear signal to launch the work, but the atmosphere drips with lingering fatigue. He shouts for Queng's mother, demanding a status check, hoping her answer will seal the tower's fate. Her faint nod steadies his nerves, turning murmurs into a low, electric hum of anticipation. Sujuin's pulse spikes. If the ninth is near, the bounty could finally erase his mounting debts. He clenches his farming tools tighter, muscles coiled, ready to strike.
Sujuin reaches into the seed vault, pulling a handful of volatile kernels, his mind racing to find the safe way to trigger the explosion without scorching his crew. He asks Queng how the corn should be eaten, hoping the answer lies in a quick heat source. The question hangs as the tower's air hums with lingering blue moon residue. He recalls his newly unlocked protection, a non-thermal barrier that could warm the corn safely. The cost? He diverts his focus from field prep, risking a delay in the upcoming planting schedule.
We'll take a few seeds.
Sujuin craves a victory bite. He wants the team to taste the crisp, salty treat. The lingering fatigue of the tower manager drags the group's focus away, and the unfamiliar texture of the popcorn threatens to stall morale. He grabs the bowl, shoves it forward, and shouts the taste description, urging everyone to bite. The crowd crunches, smiles spread, and a brief surge of energy ripples through the ranks. Yet the sudden clatter awakens the dormant ants lurking near the walls, their roots twitching in anticipation.
It's crispy, delicious, nice and salty. Cueing your fur looks better, Dad's hair fuller. Who taught you lies?
The laughter dies as the ground trembles, hinting at a deeper menace.
Sujuin feels the surge of 3 fresh abilities ignite within him, the newest being of protection, a non-thermal shield that warms without burning. He wants to ignite the exploding stamina corn safely, but the volatile kernels crackle dangerously, and the lingering ant poison still festers in the air. The volatile corn threatens to detonate prematurely, endangering allies, while the poison threatens to choke them. Sujuin channels of protection, wrapping the corn in a warm aura that steadies the blast, then releases it toward the corrupted ant. The corn erupts, scorching the ant and clearing a path, but the explosion draws the dark silhouette of Anton Fertani, Black Dragon, looming overhead.
See Jun Nim.
Sujuin slams his hoe into the ground, igniting the volatile stamina corn as the twisted ant, pulsing with stolen blue moon energy, rises. The explosion erupts, sending a wave of scorching fire that sears the ant's corrupted core. Simultaneously, the Black Dragon's looming silhouette eclipses the entire field, its roar shaking the heavens. Sujuin's protective shield flickers, but the combined blast creates a brief beacon of hope amidst the darkness. The field trembles, and the battle reaches a fever pitch as allies scramble to seize the moment. Eileen's dragon heart flares, desperate to clear the poisonous violet haze that chokes the workers. She channels searing heat, forcing the haze to thin, while Sujuin feels his newly forged protection shield strain under the corn's impending explosion. He worries the blast could bury his comrades and shatter his resolve, yet the urgency fuels his determination. Together, they race against time, balancing fire and shield to protect the field. The tension mounts as the dragon's breath threatens to ignite everything, and the protective barrier teeters on the brink of collapse. The ancient stone altar blocks their path, its silent stone face staring as the dragon's breath scorches the soil, leaving the team teetering between salvation and annihilation. Sujuin and his allies brace against the searing heat, their weapons gleaming with resolve. The altar's looming presence feels like a final test, each heartbeat echoing the drum of war. As the dragon's roar rattles the ground, the team prepares a desperate counterstrike, hoping the altar's ancient power will turn the tide. The moment hangs, a fragile balance between hope and devastation.
If you don't subscribe, the cliffhanger wins. Don't let it win. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari. Sejuan snatches the warped gate statue and hurls the corrupted end's enhanced seed into its gaping maw. A burst of blue moon light erupts, opening a shimmering portal. He flings a steaming bowl of cherry tomato broth into the vortex. The fragrant steam ignites the red locust swarm, sending them into frantic flight. Eileen's grandfather roars commands, his voice cracking the stone. From the portal, a newborn ent erupts, roots clawing toward the tower's beating heart, promising untold power. Sejuan slams his fist into the warped gate statue, rattling the black tower's ancient gears awake. The stone mouth yawns, swallowing crates piled with cherry tomato cargo, then spews them onto the 9th floor as a blue moon seed pulses with power.
Sejuan heaves the stone cover aside, exposing a clutch of withered vines coiled around a radiant seed. He recognizes the vines as the tower's corrupted weeds, the parasites choking its lifeblood. His goal sharpens. Uproot the rotten vines and plant the seed in fresh soil. With a swift swing, he snaps the vines, cracking the stone beneath his blow. The seed pulses, unleashing a surge of blue moon light that temporarily banishes lingering darkness. Shards from the cracked stone rain onto his foot, bruising him and slowing his pace.
Sejuan's eyes lock on the strange item, hoping it will turn the tide of his quest. The chamber's silence cages him, and the unknown nature of the relic stalls his resolve. He steps forward, fingers trembling, and asks if this is the legendary gear Kaiser Nim warned about. The stone itself flashes a system message, confirming the acquisition of the corrupted end's enhanced seed. The revelation fuels his curiosity, but shadows within the tower inch closer, sensing his growing hunger for power. His optimism spikes, yet the danger looms ever nearer. Sejuan stands at the crossroads, torn between swallowing the pulsing seed or safeguarding it. The seed glows with blue moon energy, its hum pressing against his ears. Anton bursts into the chamber, his voice cracking like a whip, demanding Sejuan's attention. Sejuan wants Anton to recognize the gravity of their situation and halt the reckless sprint that threatens their honor. The older man rebukes Sejuan, insisting he uphold family dignity, yet Sejuan's eyes never leave the bundle of glowing crops he clutches, proof of his contribution to Eileen's rise. He thrusts the bundle forward, shouting that the tower farmer's gifts fuel the dragon's heartbeat. Tension spikes as Anton's scowl hardens, and the echo of a distant, unseen menace drifts through the stone walls, waiting for the next mistake. Sejuan dashes toward the golem, eyes locked on the crate of newly grown cherry tomatoes. Sejuan forces the massive, glowing branch into his hand, but it contracts, defying his command as he pours blue moon mana into it, demanding it swell into a sword. The branch trembles, its fibers tightening around his grip, while the blue moon energy crackles, refusing to obey. His hope hinges on the weapon. His crew's safety hangs by a thread, and his honor teeters as the branch resists, threatening the floor's fragile balance. The stone groans, the tower's walls inching closer, while Sejuan's breath hitches, aware that any misstep could plunge them all into ruin. The stone statue's warped mouth remains jammed. Corrupted ends surge toward the floor, and Anton's fury looms, leaving Sejuan's desperate gamble poised on the edge of catastrophe. The air crackles with tension, each heartbeat echoing the tower's imminent collapse.
Subscribe to Manwa with Harry. That's it. Just do it.
I stride through the tower's glittering oasis, my tools humming as I prepare the next harvest.
Black rabbit, hyung. It's on.
My heart pounds as the rabbit bursts forth, its eyes blazing.
Black rabbit, hyung. It's on.
Pick! Bring it on! Guys, no turning back!
Together we'll harvest victory and claim the reward.
Peak. Bring it on, King.
We'll crush every monster that dares block our harvest.
Our crops will feed the tower's heart.
They sure are excited about the bounty. Just look at those glowing pumpkins. And the whole crew can't wait to harvest the profits.
I stare at the endless swarm, heart pounding, knowing each bite brings profit and peril.
There are so many of them. Good job.
But
We anticipate the long-tailed titans. They're likely to breach the waypoint soon, so prepare the defenses. I push through the dim corridor, the stone walls whispering of hidden dangers. Every step feels like a seed sprouting toward the next bounty. I step through the dim passage, the stone walls echoing, and emerge into a bustling village where hopeful traders eye my crops.
when I glimpse the distant village beyond the tower's stone corridors, fresh soil beckons, promising new crops and a chance to barter for the supplies I desperately need. Leaving the quiet village behind, I ascend toward the gravity-bending tower, clutching my farming tools and the promise of untapped riches.
I have no idea when she'll return. She's quite a busy one, you see.
Tell us, where's she going?
She said she's heading to the granary village, but the path's still unknown.
I watch the team scramble, hoping the clues lead to a safe return.
I think she said she's heading to the granary village.
Hugh? What's happening?
Feel the urge rise within you.
Iona. Find it, Iona, Naya.
The garden's heart trembles. I must retrieve the lost sprout before darkness spreads.
Hello. So we finally meet here, at the heart of this cursed tower where our fates intertwine. Do you know this hamster? It's a special bond. Naya, people will misunderstand if you brag about it.
Ah, this clumsy guy just bumped into me, scattering my seed packets.
Oh my. I apologize. I truly didn't see that stray monster ahead. Oh my. I apologize. I did see ahead.
I was in a rush, so I ended up acting rude to you.
Granary village, that's welcome, Naya. Ah, were you from that village? I had no idea.
If you're not busy, would you come with me?
I'm not sure, Naya.
If you're not busy, would you come with me?
Who mailed this? She's no one, Naya. Don't worry about it, Naya.
Hoo. I'll show her what I'm capable of. Hoo. Let me show her exactly how I am, the darkness that festers within this tower.
It makes me feel good even just thinking about it, Naya.
The tower's soil hums, urging me to nurture hope amidst looming shadows.
It makes me feel good even just thinking about it, Naya.
Zeke the...
Is this your first time going there, Naya?
Yes.
Granary Village is a beautiful and peaceful village, Naya.
Welcome to Granary Village.
Welcome to Granary Village, traveler.
Great. I'm ready to trade my harvest for some rare seeds.
Let's stock up before the next floor time's ticking.
Welcome, travelers, to the Granary Settlement.
Our fields await your care, and the market thrives with fresh produce.
The earth beneath my boots thrums, seedlings sprouting instantly as I channel the tower's latent energy. My harvest will feed the upcoming onslaught. Rare fables echo through the tower, urging us to seek hidden truths.
Jeff, what's wrong, Naya? I don't know. It wants this badly just as we left. Jeff, what's wrong, Naya? I'm not sure. It wants this badly, just as we left.
Jeff. Is it you, Jeff? Mom?
The echo of my voice fades as the tower's stone corridors swallow the call, urging me onward.
Jeff.
Are you talking about frog monsters, Naya?
Agent, there are only 1 or 2 of them around the lake, Naya.
They should be easy to deal with. It's not just one or two. The lake is buried with thousands of frogs right now. Thousands? A few weeks ago, those from the Mercenary Association came, but their numbers have increased since then. Where are those mercenaries right now?
They're at Israel, inside the father's residence.
Jeff, Mom, eat this first. Naya. Nim.
Where are those mercenaries right now?
They're at Israel, inside the father's residence.
Jeff, Mom, eat this first. Naya.
Don't worry, there are in-turn benefits, Naya. But if you run away, your contract period will be extended twofold, Naya. Thank you.
Then, Oren. Let's go to your house.
Then, Oren, you've waited long enough.
Let's sprint to your house before nightfall. We can't waste another minute. Then, Oren. Let's go to your house.
Our fables.
The tower trembles as we rush.
Our fables whisper through the stone corridors.
He's gone. Naya?
I watch the echo of their voices fade, the tower's secrets tightening around me.
He's gone. Naya?
This wretch ran away, Naya. Let's take our time to go after him.
Ha, ha. Did you think I'd keep working under you? Contract? PFF. There's always a way if I just go home. Kiki kiki. Ha ha ha. Did you think I'd keep working under you? Contract? PFF. There's always a way if I just go home. Kiki kiki.
I sprint through the cavern, clutching my harvested seeds as the ground trembles. Every step a gamble, every breath a promise to turn this dungeon into a thriving farm.
Kia.
I brace myself, heart pounding, as the tower's shadows surge, knowing every scream could herald the next harvest or doom.
You? Sorry, but that'll be difficult.
I grit my teeth, knowing the next harvest will demand more than his empty promises.
Sorry, but that'll be difficult.
You. PRZZ fables.
I tighten my grip, knowing the next challenge looms beyond the cryptic words.
You. This can't be a fable. What darkness prowls here?
A black wolf emerges, my scheme shatters, and the tower trembles.
A black wolf?
I tighten my grip, feeling the tower's chill as the silhouette looms, daring me to confront the unknown.
A black wolf?
Risk fables for faster updates.
The tower's secrets pulse, urging us onward.
You won't find a better recap. Prove me wrong or subscribe to Manwa with Harry.
I escape the collapsing floor, but fire-spitting flames greet the next level. Ayana Nim spots Chieftain Elk shaking as a pack of snarling silver wolves closes in. A black wolf stands beside her, teeth bared, eyes locked on the intruders. Ayana Nim gasps, desperate for a shield. Silver wolves surge, claws gleaming, ready to tear her apart. She cries, "Save me!" Hoping a savior appears, the black wolf pauses, torn between its own plan and her plea. Tension crackles, bloodlust hangs in the air. The floor shudders, each heartbeat a countdown.
Chieftain Elk found Ayana Nim.
Who will leap into the fray before the wolves strike? The black wolf bows, answering a summons that could tip the scales. Hedgel's next move: rescue Oren, the yellow cat's companion, before the mansion guards seal the exit. He discovers the Harp scout never arrived, leaving a crucial intel gap. Furious, Hedgel sends a lean swordsman, a free mercenary, to track Oren's trail. The mercenary darts through the courtyard, eyes scanning every doorway, relying on skill to replace the missing scout. He reaches the village outskirts, finds Oren bound by contract magic, and slices the ropes with a swift slash. The rescue restores a vital link, yet the delay drains the group's precious time. Will the mercenaries' speed be enough before the tower's traps reset and seal their fate? The council's voice booms, demanding proof. Hegel slams the crystal console, forcing the status window to flare. He seeks to compare the current entry with the original contract, desperate to spot any fatal typo. The window flickers, granting only a heartbeat of data before blacking out, leaving him squinting at half-formed numbers. He shouts for the brief glimpse, pleading for clarity as his hands tremble. The fleeting view evaporates, and the tower's indifference tightens its grip. The cost, his hope stalls, and the looming deadline presses harder on his chest.
Call the status window and see it yourself, Naya.
Rare fables.
A sudden shout erupts as Hegel spots the looming boss, his mind racing to seize control. Rick's voice cracks through mounting dread, demanding answers. He wants Hegel to unleash his blade, forcing a decisive clash that could shatter the lingering contract. Hegel snarls, refusing to be Rick's pawn. Steel erupts, ringing against unseen forces while the team scrambles to keep balance. The cost, blood spills, trust erodes, and the fragile alliance teeters on the brink of collapse.
You want Hegel to beat us up.
Shut up, you dash.
As swords clash, will a single strike turn the tide, or plunge them deeper into darkness? Hegel eyes the restrained black cat, jaw clenched. The cat trembles, whispering its body won't obey.
Hegel crushes the glowing contract with the vial, releasing a blinding surge that tears the binding and unseals a hidden chamber, exposing the black cat's true form in a flash of darkness. Ionanim feels betrayal, her authority trembling. The team teeters between hope of freedom and terror of losing control. Rick's resolve cracks under the weight of impending chaos, his voice shaking. The shattered contract awakens a dormant sentinel that prowls the darkness, its eyes fixated on the group, promising a battle that could seal their fate once and for all.
New recaps go live every week. Subscribe to Manwa with Harry before this one is buried in your feed.
The earth bellows, and I charge toward the flaming fields. Hegel, fury blazing, bursts into the tower, hearing the cursed rings echo and a wild chant of Rizfabel. He seeks the mocking cat wretch, intent on crushing its pride for the Black Wolf tribe. The yellow fur feline darts behind a shattered column, its coat flashing like a warning flag. Hegel slams forward, claws gouging stone, forcing the beast into a frantic scramble. Their clash shatters the silence, sending a tremor down to the dungeon's lower levels where Sijuan's tower farm flashes a dire alert. Dragons vanished, corrupted and stirring. The cat's taunts rise, ancient seals shudder, and the tower trembles.
Beat these wretch up, mister.
The council now seeks the source of the lake's disaster. Hegel needs a clear target to rally his warriors. Oren's puzzled question, are the frogs the culprit? Sparks Iona's detailed explanation of an otherworldly leak spawning frog queen eggs, a threat that could wipe out the lake's entire ecosystem. Hegel hears the dire stakes, nods toward immediate action, resolve hardening. The revelation turns the swamp from nuisance to existential peril, and every faction feels pressure to act before the water turns to ash. The next move could decide who controls the flood's aftermath.
Naya? Are you referring to the frogs spreading across Lake Zenka?
Otherworldly force leaks, spawning frog queen eggs, endangering lake life.
So we needed to take action.
Hegel turns to the cat, now perched on a splintered beam, demanding it stay put, insisting the creature's reckless dive will sweep everyone into danger. The cat snarls, "You're a cat at nose, knockos be fine even if you fall from this height." Then adds, "It's not safe, Naya. Everyone will be swept in your attack and fall into danger." Naya, Hegel's growl rises, but the cat hesitates, pleading, "Are you going to leave me in danger, Ekn?" The wolf pack watches, swords trembling, unsure whether to follow Hegel's command or protect the cat. Hegel lunges, claws ripping the beam, yet the structure collapses, sending shards and the cat hurtling into the flood. Oren steps forward, clutching a dusty satchel of ancient volumes, his grin crooked. He wants to rid himself of the burden while gaining favor with Hegel's pack, hoping the exchange will seal an uneasy alliance. The obstacle, the pack's greed, eyes flicking to the expensive tomes, and the risk of exposing the book's true value. He throws the satchel onto the ground, declares, I have a hobby of collecting ancient books, and invites the wolves to take whatever they desire. The crates burst open, revealing gilded pages and a cursed dragon lore manuscript. The consequence: the wolves acquire a potent artifact, but the price of curiosity may soon manifest.
I have a hobby of collecting ancient books.
Mr.
The stone statue, gifted by Sijuan's grandfather, glows, casting a sudden beam that slices the darkness. The ancient guardian, now awakened, aims to cleanse the field of lingering corruption, but the fumes of the Ent still choke the air. Sijuan watches as the light erupts, scattering the foul mist, and feels a surge of hope as his crops receive renewed vigor. Yet the blast also shatters a nearby irrigation pipe, spilling water onto vulnerable seedlings. The price: fresh growth saved, but a portion of his yield now drowned, leaving him to scramble for repairs before the next tide of monsters arrives.
The towering stone statue erupts in blinding light, slashing lingering corruption and forcing Hagel's Black Wolf tribe to halt their charge as the battlefield reshapes. Sijuan watches, heart pounding, as his precious crops flicker between salvation and oblivion, while Aileen Noon demands proof of his vigor, threatening his reputation and the tower's fragile trust. With the statue's beam still pulsing, an unseen surge roars from the lake's depths, and Iona's shadowy forces regroup, leaving the tower's fate hanging on a volatile, uncharted tide.
Loyalty isn't cheap here. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari to see who stands by him. The Black Wolf tribe erupts in frantic cries, pleading to serve the Black Dragon as their last mission collapses. Their desperate aim: cling to Sirth's command, believing his rank will draw the dragon's eye. The obstacle: Sirth pauses, scanning the war-torn field, fearing that an alliance could ruin his own standing. They clang a warning bell, shout Rizfabel, and dive to his feet, begging for mercy. Sirth's shoulders tighten, sword hand hovering. Then he lifts his chin, reluctant, but a pact is forged. Their hope ignites, yet the price is binding themselves to his cause, abandoning any chance of solo rescue.
You have my ear. Serve or perish.
The purification surge erupts. Data flickers. Corrupted Ent enhanced seed. Sijuan feels the seed's resistance melt under the S-heat. It's working, he shouts, relief flooding his veins. Dark veins recede, replaced by fresh green veins of potential. Yet the process drags, each moment draining his stamina. Sijuan calculates, how long to cleanse all of it? Can we extend the time? He knows his power will rebound in days, planning to reignite later. The tower's hunger gnaws at his resolve, demanding speed. As the seed brightens, a distant roar echoes. Does the guardian beast sense the change? Sijuan grins. You're so dependable. The ember glows brighter, replying with a soft chuckle. Sijuan's immediate goal becomes locating the stone statue, but the signal fizzles after the corrupted wave is crushed, cutting off any trace. The tower manager presses, "Where is that stone statue now?" And a frantic voice shouts, "Park Sijuan, are you inside?" The sudden loss of data forces Sijuan to guess the statue's whereabouts, pushing him to climb higher despite the unknown. He decides to obey the manager's urgent command to head upward, leaving the mystery of the statue behind. The ascent promises new dangers and answers he can't yet see. The stone stairs tremble under his boots, echoing the tower's restless heartbeat. A distant voice murmurs about administrator privileges, promising untapped power for those who wield strong magic. Sijuan knows his current skill set cannot breach that level, but the stakes demand a new route. He vows to scout the tower's failing sections, cataloging each anomaly. First, we check the tower's condition, he declares, eyes scanning the cracked stone. He asks Aileen, was anything unusual before the stone formed? The answer drifts through static, a brief affirmation of sudden tremors. The cost is clear. Every minute spent investigating drains his crops, risking famine on the 67th floor. Yet each clue brings him closer to restoring the tower's balance. A ticking alarm blares, urging haste. Sejuan shatters the distorted status window, forcing the tower manager's voice to reveal that Anton hijacks the tower's circuitry, turning Aileen into a conduit for his messages. The shattered glass rains shards, each reflecting a fragment of the hidden war within the tower's veins. Sejuan risks losing his last connection to his stone-bound grandfather, feeling the cold petrification crush his resolve while his heart races between hope and utter dread. Every breath feels like ice, each pulse a reminder of the fragile thread that may snap. The console flashes red and blue, spewing garbled seed file warnings, while the stern enforcer stares blankly, leaving Sejuan with no clue which corrupted code will trigger the famine spread. The air hums with impending disaster.
Every move was calculated. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari to see the endgame. Green alerts scream. An endangered monster roars, threatening the tower's fragile balance. Leon, Nero, and Clark lock eyes on the pulsing console, desperate to seal the breach. Their mission: engage administrator mode and lock down the sector. Code clashes, glitches flash, stalling their progress. Leon slams the main lever, Nero reroutes power for anomalies. At last the system accepts the command, flooding the chamber with stabilizing light. Immediate danger recedes, but the overload saps their stamina, forcing a harvest delay. A distant rumble hints another alert already rising.
Realm Oasis re-ZZ Fables re-drawer Leon Great Typesetter Nero Great.
When you go into administrator mode,
The tower's central console flashes a new title, Middle Manager. Park Sejuan, the lone farmer-turned-adventurer, feels his stomach drop. The badge promises authority and a mountain of responsibility. The stigma of the role presses against his optimism, threatening to crush his dream of simple harvests. He grips the emblem, the sigil igniting his palm, and the tower's network threads into his mind. Power surges, granting command over the 75th floor crisis, but the weight of every endangered creature now rests on his shoulders. He nods, accepting the mantle, aware that a single misstep could cost the blue carp its future. A faint tremor runs through the tower, hinting that the real battle has just begun. The group scrambles for footing, panic flickering in their eyes. Sejuan needs a clear command, yet his voice is drowned by a chorus of "Uncle" and "Dad, are you okay?" echoing from a nearby figure. The tower system flashes a green alert, confirming they're on the 7th floor. Not the expected checkpoint. Misdirection stalls their plan. Sejuan claims middle manager status, citing Eileen's absence, and orders the detoxifying green onions into storage, hoping the herbs will neutralize any toxic threat. He thrusts the plan forward, forcing everyone to shoulder the new task despite lingering confusion. Their morale splinters, and the ticking green alert tightens the deadline.
Uncle?
7th floor, Middle Manager.
The party pauses at a cracked stone path, each member craving a sign of safety. Their goal: locate a nearby settlement for aid. The obstacle: dense fog and unfamiliar terrain block sight. Leon steps forward, eyes scanning, and asks the group to split up. Nero darts ahead, ears perked for distant chatter. Clark pulls out a crude map, marking the 75th floor waypoint. Anton, uneasy, mutters a nervous protest. Their actions split the team, spreading hope but also scattering focus. The consequence: they gain a direction but lose cohesion, leaving each member vulnerable to hidden traps. The quest description blazes: exterminate all frogs in Lake Zenka. Sejuan's heart pounds. He wants the lake restored, yet the sheer number looms like a mountain. The team stares at the endless ripple of amphibians, each croak echoing the tower's warning bells. Leon steps forward, jaw clenched, demanding answers, while Nero mutters disbelief, both blocked by the absurd scale of the task. Leon shouts, "What?" as he spots the first wave of frogs spilling from the reeds. Nero adds,
Ain't that too many? Their shock fuels a frantic scramble to devise a plan. Morale fractures, and the looming deadline threatens to crush their fragile alliance before they even begin, as a distant roar hints that the frogs are not the only monsters gathering below.
Sejuan rips open the glowing pineapple, harvesting its seed while a flickering, signal-distorted creature erupts from the underbrush and a holographic quest banner screams, "Exterminate every frog in Lake Zenka." Hope surges as the pineapple's juice fuels his allies, yet dread gnaws him, knowing the lake's fragile balance teeters on a mass-killing directive that could erase his newfound vitality. A shadowy figure watches from the reeds, its intentions unread, while the tower's manager flickers, promising a deeper mystery that could turn the frog extermination into a kingdom-wide catastrophe.
The next chapter drops soon. Don't be the last one to find out. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari.
The tower erupts, a jagged crack spilling the last blue carp oil. Viscous gold floods the floor, summoning a chorus of screaming frogs. Sejun scans the ruined plot, one chance to claim the new farm before chaos devours it. Leon darts to test the soil, Clark measures the earth, Nero watches the oil seethe. The slick blocks the planting rows, amphibian claws tear at seedlings. Sejun shouts orders. Leon drive an earth spike to reroute the flow. Clark seal the fissures with iron tiller. He himself wields a harvest blade to cleave the frogs. The spill stalls, the frogs scatter, and a shadowy silhouette of the tower administrator lingers in the darkness. Sejun prepares a feast, hoping the meal will seal the boss's favor and boost his morale. He aims to turn the grilled salmon into both tribute and energy for his next planting sprint. Cramped stone walls and lingering ash from the earlier fire hinder his cooking, and the sputtering grill threatens disaster. He ignites the grill with a vortex strike, flips the salmon and shouts, "Woah!" as flames erupt spectacularly. The boss watches, eyes widening, then nods approvingly, granting Sejun a warm aura that accelerates his growth cycle. Yet the sudden blaze scorches a patch of floor, delaying his next row. As the trio gathers near the newly built granary, eyes fixed on the flickering silhouette of the Rai ZZ Fables entity. Their goal: uncover why the creature slipped into the village, hoping its knowledge will unlock a new fertilizer. The creature's erratic chirps and sudden flashes block clear communication, turning curiosity into confusion. Leon spreads the remaining food, trying to barter information, while Clark mutters about the odd elk. Sound echoing from the woods. Nero steps forward, offering the villagers gratitude as leverage. The exchange sparks nervous laughter, but the villagers' expectation grows louder. They demand a meeting with the mysterious being. The cost: a fragile piece that could shatter if the entity reacts violently.
The ZZ Fables.
Ayana, fed up with the endless rat problem, hurls a furious Oxatayana. "I hate rats so much." Toward the trembling crowd, demanding answers. She wants the rats eradicated and the team's morale steadied. The chaotic scene with Mail's lingering resentment and the villagers' bewildered faces blocks her swift action. Ayana checks on Mail, asking, "Are you okay, Naya?" While Mail mutters, "I'm fine." Ayana then presses Mail. "What do you think you're doing, Naya?" The confrontation forces Mail to confront his anger, while the group watches, uncertain if the dispute will explode or resolve. The cost: Ayana's anger burns, and the already strained alliance teeters on the brink of collapse.
A sudden gust snatches Mail's cloak, hurling him into the howling wind as his startled Naya echoes, leaving the circle hollow. Mail's abrupt vanishing robs the team of their only agricultural savant, crushing Iona's desperate hope for rat eradication and igniting Leon's fear of losing strategic control. The tower's riddles accelerate, night deepens, and the unseen cat-like creature watches, promising retaliation, while the missing Mail's fate hangs in the relentless gale, leaving the group on the brink of collapse.
Subscribe to Manwa with Harry. That's it. Just do it.
I hear the echoing ring, a warning bell reverberating through stone corridors, spurring my heart to race as I ready my tools for the unknown. The dank air of the lower levels burns my lungs, but my seedlings cling to hope, their leaves whispering promises of profit as I push deeper into the tower's endless labyrinth. I step onto the 75th floor, the air thick with merchant aromas, my crops rustling as the sun filters through distant glass towers. Still, I'm ready to harvest destiny. I stand on the 75th floor, the merchant district's fringe stretching below, bustling stalls whispering promises of profit while I plot my next harvest. 5. I mutter, TSK, how much did I earn? The inspection bureau's eyes stalk every corner, turning each harvest into a hard-won prize. Hey, give it your best, bring me decent. I urge my stubborn seedlings, daring them to outgrow the inspector's expectations. Shall I look to see if there's any big fish around? I smile, eyes scanning the murky depths, daring fate to bite. Eh? I stare at the trembling sprout, wondering if my luck just wilted. I stare at the glittering chest, heart pounding, wondering if my humble tomatoes can finally buy a way out of this endless abyss. My pulse spikes as the darkness erupts, a guttural scream echoing, nothing but a baffling, trembling, hanging in the stale air, demanding answers. What going on? My pulse hammers, eyes wide, as the tower's madness erupts around me. Urgh! My heart pounds as the dungeon's unseen force crushes my crops. My heart pounds at the baffling shout, yet I tighten my grip on the hoe. Nothing halts a farmer's resolve in this relentless tower. BNLAI hula NH shrimp Iona. Wretch! How dare they humiliate this male, the most beautiful cat. I won't let this slide. I watch the feline flare, resolve igniting, ready to defend my newfound ally. Hey, Miss White Cat, what did you just say? Would you explain to me in detail what you just said? I grin, ready for her witty comeback. You see, I have a really interesting plan. A shadow looms, voice trembling. Who are you? I steel myself, ready to answer the tower's relentless curiosity. Who are you? I stare back, soil-stained hands clenched, determined to show this tower I'm not just a farmer. The tower's endless corridors whisper my story, an adaptation of my brother's legend, night after night, as I tend to my crops, hoping each seed sprouts destiny. I stare at the cryptic banner, Dong RZ Fables, wondering if its riddles hide the next harvest clue, while my loyal critters sniff the damp stone, ready for tomorrow's bounty. Have you confirmed the number of frogs? I hear the question cut through the damp air. Yes. What's the matter? Think you must see this. I sprint toward the voice, clenching my seed satchel, determined to uncover the mystery. I stare at the shattered ground, heart pounding, trying to piece together the chaos that erupted in an instant. I stare at the carnage, mind racing. What happened here? Echoes, then the grim confirmation. The frogs are dead? My heart pounds. I must salvage the farm. The frogs are dead? My heart pounds as the silent swamp swallows my hopes. Chieftain Hagel, over there. RIR Fables. I tighten my grip on the hoe, eyes scanning the dim corridors, knowing the chieftain's rumors hide a prize worth risking every seed. The tension builds. We'll have to check it out. I tighten my grip on the hoe, eyes scanning the dim corridors, ready to turn this monster-infested floor into my own harvest of profit and survival. I stare at the sprouting vines, the glow of the tower's magic seeping into the soil. My crops will feed more than just my stomach. They'll fund my escape. I bite into the fresh tomato, its sweet juice flooding my senses. Proof that even in a monster-filled tower, a farmer's harvest can taste like victory. How many did we catch? Frogs 1150/2291. We've snagged about half. I grin, watching my amphibian army ripple with hunger. How many did we catch? I tally the frogs, 1150 out of 2,291. Roughly half. My heart pounds, but hope sprouts with each amphibian harvest. Dad. Okay, Dad will go to the lake and catch some fish. I grin, hoping the lake yields more than just water for my farm. The lake's fish dwindle as frogs proliferate, and the middle manager's hunger threatens the blue carp's extinction. My mind races, searching a solution before the water runs dry. Dad, they're away. Huh? I glance at the swarming fish, wondering if my dad's advice can stabilize the lake. I stare at the glowing rune, heart pounding. My mind races. If this works, the harvest could finally fund our escape. Every seed, every monster slain, converges into this one desperate gamble. Quang, you're a genius, aren't you? Pick. Could it be? I stride past the ancient carvings, feeling the weight of forgotten fables whispering promises of bounty, while my resolve hardens. This tower's secrets will feed my farm. I crouch among the glowing fungi, feeling the pulse of the dungeon's heartbeat, knowing my crops will become the key to survival and my loyal companions watch. The scent of earth mingles with sizzling herbs. I press the seal, confirming the harvest's worth, while my furry companions watch, anticipation buzzing like fireflies in the dim dungeon light. It done. Frog and green onion roll. Dad is the best. I grin, savoring the frog and green onion roll victory, the fragrant steam spiraling upward as my father's pride fuels my relentless tower ascent. I watch the simmering broth ignite, imbuing the frog and green onion roll with shimmering sigils. My cooking level surges, turning simple fare into magical bounty. I watch the sizzle as frog meat curls inside detoxifying green onions, the aroma tingling like a rune. My culinary alchemy fuels the next quest. I taste this frog and green onion roll, detox onions nullifying poison, and those smooth water ripples promise a new swimming skill. Level up perks, right? Special effects? Did I get this after leveling up? Plus water ripples. Maybe I'll swim better, finally catching those slippery frogs. I hear my kid shouting, "Dad, focus on the food," as I scramble to keep the crops from burning. I bite the frog green onion roll, light and moist, its muscular texture surprisingly soft. My pulse quickens, dungeon loot turned edible treasure. It's so tasty. This is awesome. It's better than I thought. A friend shouts. The broth is light and moist, muscles yielding yet soft. I savor the frog onion roll, feeling the special effector grant me fluid grace for half an hour. We're confirmed the tastes. Shall we get into the real feast? Dad, please grill a few more of I will. I grin, promising the feast won't end until the tower's bounty fills our plates. The frogs contain poison. You mustn't eat that. I jerk back, lungs burning, realizing even my humble garden hides lethal threats. Get off of Dad, I shout, lungs burning as the poisonous frog clings, desperate to protect my friend and keep the farm's bounty safe. I wrench the massive stone off my father's battered shoulders, soil dust swirling, adrenaline surging as I scramble toward the glowing portal, hoping my crops survive the chaos. I hear the guttural kook echo, adrenaline spikes as I brace my hoe, ready to defend my crops. I grin, clutching the ripe tomatoes, ready to barter with the dungeon's monsters, confident that my humble harvest will outweigh any monster threat. I glance at the cryptic ZZ fables etched on the stone, wondering if it's a clue or just another riddle in this endless tower. Wait, Quang, calm in. I brace, eyes scanning the looming black wolf, fearing its poison-laden bite, while my furry allies whisper warnings. This black wolf into our enemy. He doing that because he worried about us getting poisoned by the frog meat. Is that I brace for the next wave, clutching my hoe. That pattern, Hugh. I stare at the cryptic Arar fables etched on the stone, feeling the weight of untold stories urging me to sow seeds of destiny. I pause, hearing my furry companion's tentative Naya, a question wrapped in whiskers, urging me to tend the seedlings before the next monster wave. I pause, ears twitching as the echoing question drifts. What's the matter? Something feels off, but my farmer's instincts tell me to investigate. I feel the mansion's hollow echo, a strange tingling craving jelly, wondering if any prize awaits beyond its empty walls. My optimism fuels the search. I feel the pull of that hidden grove, the scent of fresh soil urging me forward. My heart beats with the promise of untapped harvests and unseen monsters lurking beyond. I brush dust from the ancient tapestry, feeling the weight of forgotten fables whispering promises of power as I plot my next harvest. I tighten my grip on the hoe, feeling the tower's endless stone pulse, knowing each seed I plant could be my ticket out of this labyrinthine dungeon. I stride through the dim corridors, soil clinging to my boots, eyes scanning for hidden seeds while the distant roars of monsters echo. My farm will thrive even in darkness. I glide through the crystal water, eyes scanning every ripple. No sign of the frogs I chased, only silence echoing beneath the surface. A hidden cavern beneath the lake. Perhaps the frog's queen lurks there. I tighten my grip on the hoe, ready to dig deeper. I recall our first attempt at the lake, searching for the frog queen's hidden cavern, only to find the depths too crushing for our strength. I doubt the frog green onion roll will open the hidden cave. Even if we find an entrance, there's no guarantee the air inside is breathable. Mr. Sajuan? I freeze, heart pounding as a shadow looms, wondering if this is the next quest's challenger. I flip through the dusty tome titled Zhongri's Fables, wondering if its riddles hide the next harvest secret, feeling the pulse of possibility as I trace the faded ink. I catch the frantic shout of Chairman Park, echoing through the stone corridors, adrenaline spiking as I scramble to locate the source before the next monster ambush. I missed it. Okay. I freeze as the cat grins. How did you get here, Naya? Ha ha ha. It's quite a long story. My mind races for an answer. After all, this is a special cat. I grin, cradling the striped feline, realizing its purr might be the key to my next harvest.
Why watch anyone else when you've already found the pinnacle? Subscribe to Manwa with Harry.
I crouch among the damp stones, the chorus of croaking frogs echoing like distant drums, each rib bit a reminder that even in this endless tower, life stubbornly sprouts. I stare at the dwindling frog count, 1850 of 2,291, sensing the weight of the unanswered water mystery, my mind already hunting the hidden underwater cave. Soyuvi looked everywhere and can't find any more of them water? That's right, we're guessing that the rest of them are hiding in an underwater cave in the lake. I hope the hidden lake yields the water we need. It's definitely a possibility. This area actually won a lake a few centuries ago. Does that mean the frogs are making more eggs? This is good. We need to hurry and find that cave. I scramble, noting the surge, eyes fixed on the looming entrance. She bursts. By the way, Suju and I forgot earlier because I was just so happy to see you. You! My heart swells as the forest's whispers echo around us. I feel the lake's pulse, a strange tremor echoing through the water. My instincts scream danger, yet the mystery beckons, urging me deeper into the unknown. I think I might know where the cave is, meow. I just know it. This is the real deal, meow. I reassure the panicked kitten, promising I won't let it drown, while Teo steadies his trembling paws against the looming water. I watch Sir Teo tremble, his hooves shivering as the dungeon's echo rattles our nerves. But I cling to hope, planting seeds of courage amid the quivering darkness. You'll have me by your side. Do y'all not trust me? I do, but I watch the shimmering ward pulse, its glow forming a hopeful sigil. My crops and comrades safe for now, though the unknown still looms beyond the crystal walls. I survey the dim, stone-walled corridor, the scent of fresh soil mixing with monster musk, feeling my seedlings pulse with latent power as I ready the next harvest. I shout, VRR who be safe, everyone, as the current pulls us forward. Whoa, we're headed into the water. Echoes beside me, adrenaline spiking. Whoa, we're headed into the water. My heart pounds as the dungeon's floodgate gapes, and I clutch my sack of seedlings, daring the abyss. Sir Teo, Ion meow. My heart races as the water swirls, hoping my furry allies aren't drowning. I steady my breath, water lapping at my boots, as Sir Teo's voice drifts, assuring us, no fear needed, we're already submerged. Wow, it's coming from straight ahead. I tighten my grip on the hoe, ready to investigate. Forward, lower, I stride past the echoing corridors, soil under my boots, the promise of ripe harvest humming louder than any monster roar, fueling my resolve. The fresh soil sighs as my seed drops, a soft plop echoing through the stone walls. Hope sprouts even in darkness. The seed hits the soil with a soft plop, and I smile, knowing every humble drop fuels my dream of tower riches. I watch the glowing spores settle, feeling the tower's pulse thrum through my fingertips as I ready another harvest, daring destiny to grow alongside my stubborn crops. Thankfully, they're air to breathe down here. Thankfully, they're air to breathe down here. I hear the croaking chorus. Croak, croak, croak. It must be the frogs. And grin, knowing freshwater vegetables await. The croaking chorus rattles the stone walls, urging me onward. Every rib bit a reminder that even monsters hunger for a harvest I'm determined to reap. The Douai. The glowing treasure glyph pulses, whispering riches beyond imagination. Yet I clutch my humble seed pouch, knowing true bounty sprouts from soil, not gold. I clutch the glowing seed, feeling the dungeon's pulse. Every sprout is a promise, every monster a chance to harvest hope. Is that the Frog Queen? She's way bigger than I expected. I brace, heart thudding, ready for whatever comes next. The tension builds. Is that the Frog Queen? She's way bigger than I expected. I lunge forward, fingers clawing at the massive Frog Queen's leg, desperate to snatch the glimmering seed before her thunderous thump shatters my resolve. A guttural gra echoes through the stone corridor as I tighten my grip on the hoe, heart racing, ready to turn this monster's roar into fertile soil and harvest hope. My throat tightens, gulping air as the dungeon's weight presses down. Still, I plant hope amid the darkness, trusting my crops to thrive. The Frog Queen's massive bulk crushes the stone floor, and my heart races as I brace for whatever chaos her trapped subjects unleash. The Frog Queen, swollen and trapped, watches as her minions scramble for dwindling rations. My arrival threatens her hunger, her fury simmers, ready to erupt. That feeling I was getting is coming from the Frog Queen. Grab! My heart races as the stale soil crumbles beneath my boots, reminding me that even the toughest ground can give way when I push forward. The creature yells, "Woa! Meow!" I grin, feeling my farm's aroma tame even the wildest beasts. The cavern trembles as a low VRR echoes, reminding me that even monsters hunger for fresh produce. I tighten my grip on the hoe, ready to harvest hope. Pat! I grin, feeling the soil pulse beneath my boots, knowing even a simple word can coax life from this endless dungeon. Phew, we're alive. My heart pounds as the dust settles, the dungeon's echo fading, and I realize our survival is just the first harvest. Thump, that could have ended badly. I hear the echoing did-done, as the dungeon's hidden mechanisms click, and I grin, ready to harvest chaos with my trusty critters. It looks like they've spotted us. Meow. I face the colossal frog queen, its guttural croak reverberating like a warning bell. My heart pounds, knowing the last quest step hinges on this monstrous stomp. Looks like this is the final part of the quest. Stomp. My heart pounds, knowing the reward and the danger are just steps away. Teo, Iona, let's go. Dash. I'm here to back you up. I surge forward, heart pounding, ready to harvest victory. I charge through the tower's endless corridors, soil clinging to my boots. My optimism fuels each stride, determined to safeguard my harvest as the cavernous roar recedes. My pulse spikes as the taunt echoes. Hope y'all re-ready, because you're going down. But I tighten my grip on the hoe, ready to turn this threat into fertile ground. I hear a heavy thunk echoing through the stone corridors, confirming the monster's restless charge. My heart races, but I steady my grip on the hoe, ready to harvest victory. The dank air hums with restless spores as I kneel, planting seed packets amid echoing monster cries. Hope sprouts faster than any monster's roar. I stare at the dying crops, heart pounding, wondering if my stubborn optimism can turn this barren plot into a profit-driven sanctuary amid the tower's relentless monster hordes. Thwack! I brace as the monster reels from my swing, soil spraying like confetti. My farm's harvest fuels the fight, each strike a seed for victory.
The community is growing every single day. Join the Manwa with Harry family and subscribe now.